let's speak to Bob Watson, who's an environmentalist and the co-chair of the UN EP report called Making Peace with Nature. He's also the former chair of the Ipcc, the same panel that's released this new report. Bob, good to speak to you. Now, this report says it's now or never, but this really feels like a message we've been hearing quite a lot lately. What exactly is the plan of action?
There's no question we have to act now. We've been telling governments this for more than a decade. We need to drastically reduce our emissions between now and 2030, and we have to have zero carbon dioxide emissions by 2050. This means we must move away from fossil fuels, use renewable energy, wind, solar. We must use our energy much more efficiently, more efficient houses, more efficient transportation. We need to move towards electric cars, more efficient industry, but we also have to manage our land better. We have to avoid deforestation. We have to make agriculture much more efficient. So we need to reduce all greenhouse gases drastically in the next few years. Otherwise, we will easily pass the Paris target of 1.5. And as just been mentioned, we are currently on a pathway to about 3.2 degrees Celsius with severe consequences for human life.
And some of those consequences we're even feeling at the moment, and especially over the last few years. But Bob, are countries really going to listen, especially those countries who are already such high emitters of greenhouse gases?
No, we have governments that talk and say they're going to deal with climate change. But to be quite honest, none of them are doing enough. The current pledges and the current policies are totally inadequate to protect us from drastic changes in food production, clean water, human health, and loss of nature. We need to act now. And so the pledges that were made in Glasgow are totally inadequate. They need to be significantly strengthened by all governments around the world, recognizing, of course, different governments are in different stages of development. But the big emitters, the United States, Europe, Russia, China, India, they must do much, much more.
And if they don't do more, what's going to happen besides what we've already seen? You just think about in a few years what life is going to be like for children that are born now. They will never experience what we have. They are going to experience extremes of every nature, and it's going to be the countries in the developing world who will be most impacted.
Absolutely. We'll see more heat waves, more floods, more droughts. We'll see significant sea level rise, displacing people in coastal areas, especially small island states. We will see food disrupted, food prices increasing, food security in different parts of the world, a lack of clean water, and adverse health effects. Malaria, dengue, heat stress mortality, all of these will increase. Will also have drastic effects on biodiversity, on nature. Our forests, our grasslands, our coral reefs will be under severe threat, which in turn will hurt human well-being. So we're clearly looking at a disastrous situation if the governments, along with the private sector, don't start to reduce emissions now.
And hopefully this is something that governments will actually start doing for the sake of the entire planet. Bob Watson, good to speak to you. Thank you so much.